far away in a kingdom called Numberland. A very kind king, King Havelot, had a big problem. He had no way to count all the things in his land because there were no numbers. And there were many things to keep track of: animals, fruits, vegetables, money. But most of all, there were so many people. The king asked his wise men,
"How can I care for my people if I don't know how many there are? I must have a way to count them."
Smidgen replied,
"We will figure this out.
Puba assured,
We will solve this riddle."
but all they had was the figure for 1. They drew a line for the first apple, and another for the second, another for the third, and another for the fourth.
"This pile of ones is just as confusing as my pile of apples. No, there must be a better way to count them."
And then the ones looked at each other and decided to solve the problem. 2 ones that stood for 2 pears looked at the one that counted for the 1 camel and said,
"We 2 ones stand for 2, and we need our own shape to show we're not you."
Then the 3 ones that stood for 3 bananas looked at each other and formed their own shape as well.
"Look at me, I'm a 3.
Welcome to Numberland, an animated children's series dedicated to teaching math concepts to young children. Numberland is being developed through the partnership of Prime Learning Method and WFYI TV. This series is part of a multimedia initiative entitled Crazy About Numbers.
I was in California, and I got up that morning with the inspiration, why don't you teach kids numbers with color? And I got so excited. I got to the table and I started drawing things and designing things.
Several components of Crazy About Numbers have been brought into the classrooms of Indianapolis. The feedback from the children and educators has been invaluable in the development of the Crazy About Numbers program.
So I've been teaching about 19 years now, and I've always loved math, and math has become one of my passions and one of the things that I really care about. And I did have the great fortune of winning a Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Education. One of the things about math is it's really abstract. It's one of the hardest things we truly try to teach little kids to do. And that's what I've enjoyed so much, meeting Mr. Prime and learning about his program, is because he takes it and he makes it so much fun for kids. And we need to look at ways that when we're teaching math, we're not just doing it during this hour block during the day. That's why the stories are so important, because you can be working on language skills, but you're still reinforcing math skills at the same time. So when we're teaching math, we're always trying to make connections. You know, where else do you see this? This is filling a niche that I see is a little bit different because it's got that entertainment piece, and it's so coordinated between the language, the story, and the math.
The most important work that you can do in a child's life is in the formative years in early childhood education. Some of my teachers, some of my 3-year-old teachers were having a meeting with me, and they were telling me that, you know, we have tons of puzzles and tanagrams and things like that, but we don't have many manipulatives that we can really elaborate on or embellish in our math centers. It just so happened a week later, Mr. Prime came in with the Crazy About Numbers concept of curriculum, which just took it to another level. It's almost like we're sneaking in education. They have no idea that they're learning the rudiments of algebraic expressions, going through patterns and things like that.
So how many sets of red
4, good job.
I can't wait to see all the people that we have brought in with their various skills and understanding and knowledge and experience complete the program, bring their understanding into the program, and then see it work, see it make a difference in the lives of the kids.
Partnerships have also been developed with educational researchers to gain greater insights into the challenges of early childhood education.
Well, what I can do for the Numberland program and the project that Philip Prime's designed is to bring some understanding of research evaluation to the program. It's important to all the people who are developing it that this is a program that's actually useful and beneficial.
We know from research that young children learn best when they can utilize their senses. So the more senses, the more sensory experiences we offer them around a particular topic or information that we want to share with them, the better chance they have of understanding it. Young children learn best by interacting with their world and with the people around them. And so Philip's program incorporates those kinds of ideas and concepts and ideals. It's a very integrated approach, a very holistic way of looking at mathematics and the development of that. And I think that's been pretty much missing from the way we've approached curriculum in the past.
There's a couple of research projects going on, but what we found with kids is if we get them doing mathematics rather than just replicating something the teachers show them how to do, that their depth of understanding goes better.
It's really encouraging to see people working on all sorts of programs, from a television program to preschool classroom curriculum to products for parents that are geared towards thinking about these kinds of math skills.
There's a brand new PBS show out now called Curious George. And every time I go and watch that with my grandkids, it's right afterwards. Can we do this? Can we do that? And they want to read the books over and over and over again, and that repetitiveness is going to build a lot of skills for them. Philip's program has that same potential to do that if we can get it going.
This excitement started with Philip Prime and his wife Cynthia, who helped to develop the characters for the show.
I've always been an avid lover of children's literature, of children's books. I've worked with children on a volunteer basis in many different ways over the years. The part that I might have played comes again from my literary background in working with children's literature, is the development of the characters. My favorite character is Froggy McCool. And when I have thought of Froggy McCool, I've thought of a cool guy who is interested in learning, but who is hip. I could see him throwing a basketball. I mean, I can see him being involved in mischief. A real contemporary urban character.
Froggy McCool is setting a pattern for other kids in their problem solving in real life issues.
The show contains an ensemble of colorful characters, including Einstein the Mouse, who loves to seek answers to tougher questions. Solly the Salamander, who isn't afraid to try even if she gets it wrong. Gracie Jane, a girly gecko who loves shopping, but often finds herself in need of some math help. And of course, Brutus the bully bullfrog with tough skin, but a soft heart hidden deep within. There is no question that there is a need for a better way to engage children in math, a way to strengthen their understandings of math concepts for years to come. This challenge could be met with imagination and courage in a place called Numberland.
If the dream is mine alone, it would not go very far. But when other people who share the passion become a part of the dream, I become more passionate about it, even as I see other kids being benefited by the program.